Hi everybody. So when I said that last video was the last video of us putting the tailcone and the fuselage together, that was a mistake. I'm not saying I was wrong, I'm saying it was a mistake. Okay, I was wrong. I'm wrong. Look, I'm often wrong. I'm never in doubt. This is the last video of putting the two pieces together. So I'm just finished up being on the inside. Doing the side bottom brackets, not to be confused with the ribs, but more the horizontal stiffeners. And so now we've decided, you know what? Get your ass in the fuselage and squat down on that thing and try not to bend any of the ribs. That's what I told Ted. And I'll sit underneath the fuselage and rivet the gun away. So that's what we're doing. There's two rows of rivets to handle there. And they're both on. One's on one side of that bulkhead at the front of the tailcone, and the other one's behind it. So you gotta have someone on the inside. I mean, theoretically, you have to have someone anyway, because I'm sitting pretty much just like a foot and a half beneath Ted there. Were the thing to crack in half, Ted would just land on my head. The only problems that we really had were, like I said, in those corners that I mentioned last video. And you can kind of see that little area at the very bottom of the video, about 2/3 to the right. Right, so that's where the step is. That's where there's a high radius bend of the side skin going around towards the bottom. And basically that's where all the spare material has to come together, and you have to make it fit in a very nice way. Well, there's a lot of rivets there, pardon me, and they're very tough to get to. In fact, Ted shied away from it. There was about 3 on each side that Ted didn't feel comfortable doing. We just didn't quite have the right size bucking bar. We had one that would fit down there, but as you buck it, the corners of the bucking bar would wind up slamming into the skin, possibly making a dent in the skin. And so we decided, you know what, let's not make a dent in the skin and say that we did, and pop riveted them. Alright, so we pulled up our big airplane making panties, made the hard decision, and then decided to pop rivet. Apologies to anyone who wears giant granny airplane building panties. So after you do a certain amount on the side, so you don't actually rivet on the very outside edge baggage cargo bay bottom rib to the back until you're done with the ring of rivets around the bottom, because you need to be able to move that rib back and forth to get a bucking bar in there for, like I said, the high radius bends. I would show you a picture of it, but I was too lazy to get one. But just trust me, there's a lot of rivets in the small area. We have a lot of flanges trying to rivet all 3 pieces together. The tailcone, the fuselage, and those side bulkheads. But it works. So let's see. No real announcements. I have got a ton of buffer. So if I'm right, when you're actually seeing this video, will be the 3rd week in September. Right, it's still August. I've got a lot of extra video. My wife and I are going on our 10-year wedding anniversary a week from now, or a week from when you're seeing this. So I thought, I need to have a few extra videos. I gotta have stuff for people to see, including myself. Yeah, well, I've got like 15 extras, so yeah, you'll be seeing this sometime in September. Anyway, here I am at the bottom. I wanted to give this perspective. So these are the last 3 on each side, like I said, that we couldn't really get to. Ted didn't feel comfortable bucking, and after looking at it, I knew I couldn't either. So, but this is it. This is the final completion of attaching the tailcone to the fuselage. I'll try to get some pictures for the next video. Thank you for joining us. See you soon.